You are alone on the bridge. Only the gentle hum of life support fills the silence. Your ship, the Odyssey, is a speck in the deep black. For weeks you have watched the Sapphire Nebula. It hangs in the void like a splash of blue ink, a celestial ghost light years across. Command said it was just background radiation, a cosmic anomaly not worth the fuel. You knew they were wrong. There was a signal inside the noise. It was faint, impossibly faint. A structured pulse hidden beneath layers of stellar interference. It felt ancient. It felt intentional. You spent every waking hour cleaning the data. You rerouted auxiliary power to the main sensors. You ignored 3 direct orders to stand down. Your coffee maker probably deserved a medal for distinguished service. Now, you have it. A clear, repeating signal. It is not a language you recognize. It is not math as you understand it. It is a summons. A single, urgent chord played across the stars. It resonates in your bones. A feeling of profound importance settles over you. This is why you joined the service. Not for parades or easy assignments. For this, the moment when humanity touches something truly unknown. You plot the final course. The ship's engines thrum with anticipation. They feel like an extension of your own heartbeat. The Sapphire Nebula waits. Its swirling clouds of gas and dust hide the source. They hide the senders of this ancient call. You are one person in one ship, a tiny metal shell against an ocean of stars. But you are the one who listened, and you are the one who must answer. Your journey begins across a sea of silent suns. The distance is immense, almost unthinkable. Weeks turn into months. The star charts on your main screen shift and change. Constellations you knew from Earth vanish behind you. New, unnamed patterns emerge ahead. You are moving beyond the familiar edges of human space. Out here, the darkness feels different, older, deeper. The nebula grows in your forward view. It is no longer a distant painting. It is a universe of its own. Rivers of incandescent gas flow between fields of newborn stars. Great clouds of sapphire and violet churn in slow motion. The beauty is overwhelming. It is also deeply intimidating. The sheer scale of it makes your mission feel absurd. A fool's errand into the heart of creation itself. Your ship's sensors work constantly. They strain to pinpoint the signal's origin. The nebula's interference is a storm of energy. It rattles your systems and floods your screens with static. But the summons remains, a pure note in the chaotic symphony. It pulls you deeper into the blue haze, past shimmering veils of light, toward a destination you can only feel, not see. You were told this was a waste of resources. You were told you were chasing ghosts. Yet the ghost keeps calling your name. Suddenly, the signal clarifies. The static falls away. It is as if you have passed through a veil. The noise is gone. Only the clear, unwavering pulse remains. It is close now. Very close. Your proximity alarms flare to life. The console shows a solid object directly ahead. It is not a planet. It is not a star. It is something else entirely. Something that has no business being here. Adrift in the silent currents of the nebula, you find it. A ship. It is not one of yours. Its design is alien, all sharp angles and dark, unreflective metal. It is clearly ancient. Millennia of cosmic dust coat its hull. Tiny meteorites have scarred its surface. It floats dead in the water. No lights. No engine trail. No sign of life. A ghost ship in a sapphire sea. Your own vessel slows to a crawl. You circle the derelict at a safe distance. Your sensors scan its lifeless form. They report multiple hull breaches. They detect faint, lingering energy signatures. Whatever happened here, it was violent, and it happened a very long time ago. The silence from the ship is absolute. It is a tomb adrift in the void. The signal you followed originates from this vessel. A single, automated beacon. A final, desperate pulse from a dying machine. It is a breadcrumb left in the darkness. A clue to a mystery centuries old. You ponder the risks. Boarding a dead alien ship is high on the list of things Command tells you not to do. Of course, you also ignored Command to get here. Consistency is important. You maneuver the Odyssey closer. A docking tube extends, a metal handshake across the void. The magnetic clamps engage with a heavy thud. For the first time in ages, the derelict is touched by another craft. Your suit systems are green across the board. You take a breath, the last of your ship's familiar air. Then you step into the airlock. The great unknown is just one door away. The inner door of the derelict hisses open. The air inside is thin, stale. An ancient metallic tang fills your senses. Emergency lights flicker weakly in the long corridor ahead. They cast long, dancing shadows. The architecture is unsettling. The walls curve at odd angles. The gravity is slightly lower than standard. Every surface is covered in a thin layer of gray dust. Dust that was once, perhaps, its crew. You move cautiously down the main corridor. Your boots make no sound on the strange flooring. The silence is broken only by your own breathing. You pass doorways that lead into dark, empty rooms. You see consoles with screens that will never light up again. You see chairs designed for bodies unlike your own. The feeling of wrongness grows with every step. This was a place of life. Now, it is a monument to an unknown disaster. You find the bridge. It is a vast, cavernous space. A huge, cracked view screen dominates one wall. It shows a frozen image of the Sapphire Nebula. The crew died looking at the same view you have now. In the center of the room is a single pedestal. A light pulses on it, the source of the signal. It is a log terminal, a final record of this ship's last voyage. You activate your translation interface. The alien script on the terminal shimmers. It reforms into words you can understand. The ship's name was the Star Wanderer. Its mission was exploration. The first few entries are routine. They speak of new star systems mapped, of strange new phenomena recorded. The tone is optimistic, professional. Then it changes. The log speaks of an anomaly, a shadow that fell over their sensors, something that moved between the stars without an engine. It did not communicate. It did not attack. It simply followed. The crew of the Star Wanderer became unnerved. They were scientists, not soldiers. They could not explain what they were seeing. It was a predator that hunted by its very presence. The final entries are short, frantic. The shadow was getting closer. It blotted out the stars. It drained power from their systems just by being near. The captain writes of a terrifying, perfect silence. A silence that crushed the spirit. The last log entry is a single, chilling sentence. It is not a shadow. It is a mouth. Then, nothing. The log ends. The ship went dark. You are now floating inside the very silence it described. As you stand on the dead ship's bridge, a new feeling emerges. You are being watched. The sensation is faint at first. A prickle on the back of your neck. You tell yourself it is just the creepy atmosphere. The ghost ship is getting to you. But the feeling intensifies. It is a cold, heavy pressure on your mind. You are not alone in this nebula. You have inherited the crew's silent pursuer. You retreat from the derelict vessel. The docking clamp releases with a loud clang. Your ship pulls away from the ancient tomb. The silent pursuer, the The mouth, it hunted the Star Wanderer. And now it knows you are here. The thought sends a chill through you that has nothing to do with the void's temperature. The log was not just a record. It was a warning you received far too late. Your ship's console flashes with a new alert. A massive energy source is appearing directly in front of you. It is not the subtle shadow from the log. This is something else entirely. It coalesces out of the sapphire mist. A form takes shape. It is immense, larger than your ship, larger than the derelict. It is a being of pure, crystalline structure. Light refracts through its body in 1,000 dazzling colors. This is a weaver, a vast, sentient crystal. It floats in the void before you. Its form is intricate, geometric. It looks like a snowflake forged from diamond and starlight. It has no face, no eyes, no visible method of propulsion, yet it holds its position with perfect, unwavering stability. The being is beautiful. It is also the most terrifying thing you have ever seen. There is an intelligence here, ancient and powerful. The weaver offers no words, no signal, no greeting of any kind. It simply observes you. Your ship is a tiny, insignificant thing in its presence. Your weapons are children's toys. Your technology is primitive. The silence from this creature is different from the silence of the void. This silence is a choice. It is the quiet confidence of immense power. It is a silence of judgment. Your ship's computer struggles to analyze the entity. The readings are impossible. The weaver seems to exist in multiple states at once. It is both energy and matter. It is here and it is everywhere. The computer suggests, helpfully, that its own core logic is failing. You suggest, less helpfully, that it should try harder. The silence from the weaver deepens. It feels like it is looking past your ship and directly into you. It is probing your mind, not with force, but with a gentle, irresistible curiosity. It feels like cool water flowing through your thoughts. It sees your journey. It sees your discovery of the derelict vessel. It sees the fear sparked by the ship's log. The weaver understands your purpose here. It understands the question you carry. What happened to the Star Wanderer? What is the whispering plague? The crystalline entity moves. It does not fly. It simply is somewhere else. It glides to the side, revealing a path forward. A corridor of clear space opens in the nebula's dense clouds. It is a direct, unambiguous invitation. The weaver is not your enemy. It is your guide. The judgment you felt was not a threat. It was an evaluation. You have been weighed. You have been measured. And apparently, you have not been found wanting. For now, you steer the Odyssey into the cleared path. The weaver travels alongside you, a silent, glittering shepherd guiding a lost metallic sheep. The journey is surreal. You are flying through the heart of the Sapphire Nebula, led by a being of living crystal, to a destination unknown. You have 1,000 questions, but you know, instinctively, that words are useless here. The answers you seek will not be spoken. They will be shown. The weaver guides you to a new system. A single, white star hangs in the center. Around it orbit not planets, but impossible structures. Crystalline spires that stretch for thousands of miles. Great, luminous webs that connect them like cosmic bridges. It is a garden of glass, a city of light built on a scale that defies imagination. This is the weaver's home, or what is left of it. Your ship drifts through the crystalline forest. The structures hum with a faint, internal energy. They pulse with soft, rhythmic light. Some of the spires are shattered. Great pieces of them float in the void like fallen trees. The webs have holes torn in them. This magnificent place has seen battle. It has seen loss. You are flying through the ruins of a fallen paradise. The Weaver leads you toward a single, unbroken spire. It is a perfect needle of crystal that glows with a gentle, white light. An opening appears in its surface as you approach, a silent invitation to enter. You take your ship inside. The interior is a vast, hollow chamber. The walls are alive with light. Shimmering patterns dance across their surface. It feels like you are inside a living jewel. You shut down the Odyssey's main engines. The hum of your ship is replaced by the soft, musical chime of the spire. The Weaver floats in the center of the chamber. It begins to project images into the space around you, not on a screen, but directly into the air. Three-dimensional visions made of pure light. They are memories, the history of the Weavers. You see this place as it once was. The glass garden was whole, perfect. Billions of Weavers moved between the spires. They communicated not with sound, but with shifting colors and light. They were a peaceful race. Thinkers, builders. They explored the star science of their universe. They lived in harmony with the cosmos. Their existence was a silent, beautiful dance. The vision shifts. It shows you the edges of their territory. A darkness appears. It is a formless, creeping void, a patch of space where the stars have gone out. The Weavers watch it, curious at first. They send explorers to investigate. The explorers do not return. The darkness grows. It spreads from system to system, a tide of absolute black that consumes everything it touches. The silent pursuer has a name now. It is the Whispering Plague. You watch in horrified awe as the visions continue. The plague is not an army. It is a force of nature, a swarm of microscopic machines that devour light and energy. They move in a coordinated mass, a single, hive-minded entity. The Weavers try to fight it. They unleash weapons of pure energy, beams of light that can shatter planets. The swarm simply absorbs them. It feeds on the very energy they use to attack. The garden of glass becomes a battlefield. Spires are shattered. Weavers are extinguished, their light consumed by the plague. The visions show their desperate struggle. They tried to communicate with the swarm. They found nothing to speak to, no mind, no soul, only a cold, unthinking hunger. It is a cosmic parasite, a flaw in the fabric of reality itself. The Weavers realized they could not win. Their light was its food. Their home was its banquet. The visions show their last, desperate act. They gathered their remaining energy. They created a final, focused blast. Not to destroy the plague, but to send a message, a warning, a single, structured pulse containing all of their knowledge, all of their history. A signal aimed at the unknown, a signal you answered. The vision fades. The light in the spire returns to its gentle, rhythmic hum. The Weaver before you is silent, but its message is terrifyingly clear. You were not summoned to be a savior. You were not called to be a hero. You were called to be a witness, a final beacon to warn others of the coming night. Your mission is to take this story back to Earth and tell them to run. A choice is presented to you, not in words, but in a feeling. A powerful, instinctive understanding flows from the Weaver. It offers you a path to safety. The Weavers have a hidden refuge, a small, dark corner of the galaxy where the plague cannot find them, a place where they can wait out the end of the universe. They are offering you a place among them. You could survive. You would be the last human, a living record of a species lost to the dark. you would be safe, protected by the last of the weavers. All you have to do is accept. All you have to do is turn your back on your home. Let the whispering plague consume the solar system. Let it swallow Earth. Abandon every person, every memory, every piece of your history. The offer is tempting. It is the logical choice. Survival is paramount. But the thought of Earth, of its blue oceans and green continents, fills your mind. The thought of humanity's art, its music, its endless, chaotic struggle. It is a loud, messy existence, so different from the silent perfection of the weavers. But it is yours. It is ours. You remember the old joke about humanity. Our special skill is turning impossible into a mild inconvenience. You refuse the offer. The feeling is defiant, absolute. You project it with all your mental strength. We do not run. We do not hide. We fight. The weaver seems to pulse in surprise. The light in the spire shifts. It is not an emotion you can name. But it is a reaction. Your refusal was not expected. Your illogical, human defiance was not in their calculations. You send another thought, another demand. If you cannot fight the plague with your weapons, then give me one that will work. Show me how to build it. A flicker of something new comes from the weaver. It is not hope. It is not despair. It is a new possibility, a variable they had not considered. For centuries, they have only known loss. Your desperate, foolish courage is something new. The weaver agrees. It will not give you a weapon, but it will guide you to a place where one can be made, a place of immense power, a place of creation. It will take you to a star forge. The name echoes in your mind with a power of its own. It is a place where stars are born, and where, perhaps, a new hope can be forged from their fire. The great crystalline spire opens. Your ship, the Odyssey, moves back out into the void. The weaver leads the way once more. You leave the garden of glass behind. The ruined paradise is a solemn reminder of what is at stake. You are no longer just an explorer. You are a courier, a student. And now you are on your way to becoming a blacksmith at the dawn of the universe. The journey to the star forge is long. You pass through dead systems, worlds of gray dust and silent rock. These are the victims of the whispering plague. The light here has been stripped away. The very background radiation of space is gone. It is a chilling, unnatural emptiness. You can feel the hunger of the swarm, a constant, low-level dread that gnaws at the edges of your mind. The weaver shields your ship. Its crystalline form bends space-time around the Odyssey. It hides your energy signature from the plague. You are a ghost moving through a graveyard. You see the full extent of the swarm's devastation. It has consumed dozens of star systems. A great patch of the galaxy has gone dark. A creeping stain of absolute nothing. As you travel, the weaver teaches you. It fills your mind with star science, not the dry equations of your own people, but a deep, intuitive understanding of cosmic forces. You learn how the weavers shaped reality, how they built their glass gardens, how they sang with light. You learn the theory behind the weapon you must build, a device that does not fight the swarm's hunger, but starves it. You finally arrive at the stellar nursery. It is a region of space where creation is still happening. A vast, turbulent cloud of primordial gas and dust. It is chaotic, violent, and bursting with raw energy. This is the birthplace of suns. Deep within this storm, new stars ignite. They push back the darkness with their fierce, young light. It is a place of unbelievable power. the perfect crucible for forging a weapon. The Weaver guides you into the stellar nursery. The Odyssey is tossed about by gravitational waves. Your shields flare as they are hit by waves of radiation. It is like flying a canoe through a hurricane. Outside your view screen, great ribbons of fire twist and turn. Infant stars flash into existence, then collapse back into dust. This is the raw, untamed power of the cosmos. Deep inside the storm, you find it. The Star Forge is not a building. It is a natural formation, a stable pocket within the chaotic nursery. A small, newly formed sun is held in place by the gravity of two larger, older stars. Their gravitational forces create a pocket of intense heat and pressure. A perfect forge, waiting for a blacksmith. This is where you will make your stand. The Weaver brings you to the heart of the forge. The heat is immense. Your ship's cooling systems are screaming. The light from the young sun is blinding. The Weaver positions itself between your ship and the star. It absorbs the worst of the heat and radiation. It creates a small, stable work area for you. A tiny bubble of safety in the heart of a stellar inferno. Now, the true work begins. The Weaver cannot build the weapon alone. Its mind is too logical, too ordered. The swarm is a creature of chaos. To defeat it, you need a different kind of thinking. You need intuition. You need unpredictability. You need the one thing the Weaver's lost and humanity has in abundance. You need to be a little bit crazy. A new sound reaches you across the void. It is not a sound your ears can hear. It is a vibration in the fabric of space-time. A psychic scream that echoes from the dark systems. It is the symphony of ruin, the song of the whispering plague. It is the chorus of a billion dying stars being consumed, a lament of pure, unending hunger. The song is a weapon in itself. It is designed to crush morale, to instill a sense of absolute hopelessness. It whispers of the futility of resistance. It tells you that all light will eventually be consumed, that the universe's natural state is cold, silent darkness. The Weavers have listened to this song for centuries. It is the reason they despaired, the reason they chose to hide. You feel the symphony trying to break you. It finds every doubt, every fear in your mind. It amplifies them. It tells you that you are small, insignificant. It reminds you that your species has only just learned to walk among the stars. And now you face a power that devours galaxies. The sheer weight of it is crushing. It would be so easy to give up, to let the darkness take you. But you have something the Weavers do not. Stubbornness, a refusal to bow even when the odds are impossible. You remember the stories of your own history. Humanity has faced extinction before. It has faced plagues, wars, and disasters. And every single time, it has gotten back up. It has rebuilt. It has endured. The symphony did not account for that. A good thing it isn't a musician. It has no rhythm. You block out the symphony of ruin. You focus on the task at hand. You focus on the young star burning in front of you. You focus on the star science the Weaver taught you. Your humanity, your illogical, unpredictable mind, is the key. It is the missing component the Weavers could not provide. The forge is ready. The blacksmith is here. And you will not let the song of despair be the last thing the universe hears. The Weaver explains the process. You will not be building a physical object. You will be shaping raw energy. You will take the light of this young sun. You will focus it, refine it. You will imbue it with a specific frequency, a concept. You are not building a bomb to destroy the swarm. You are building a signal to talk to it, a signal that says a single word, stop. The swarm is a hive mind. A single entity made of countless tiny parts. It is driven by a simple, primal instruction. Consume. Your weapon will be a new instruction. A resonant frequency of pure light that will overwrite its core programming. It is an idea made manifest. A weapon of pure, focused thought. It is designed to shatter the swarm's hive mind, to turn the unified mass back into mindless, harmless dust. To do this, you must connect your mind with the Weaver. You must bridge the gap between human intuition and Weaver logic. The Odyssey systems are your tools. You use your ship's energy projectors to tap into the young sun. You are the conductor of a stellar orchestra. The Weaver is your instrument. It will handle the immense energies. You will provide the creative spark, the unpredictable melody that will break the symphony of ruin. The process is exhausting. You and the Weaver become one. Your thoughts flow into its crystalline mind. Its star science flows into yours. You see the universe through its eyes, a place of perfect, logical order. It sees the universe through your eyes, a place of chaotic, beautiful potential. Together, you begin to shape the light. The ethereal forge roars to life. You pull a stream of plasma from the young sun. A river of fire hangs in the void before you. The Weaver contains it, shapes it. You use your own chaotic thoughts to modulate the energy. You think of music, of art, of illogical human emotions like love and sacrifice. You pour all of it into the light. You are forging a weapon out of the very things the swarm cannot understand. The light condenses. It cools from a raging fire into a single, perfect point of white brilliance. It is small enough to hold in your hand, but it contains the energy of a star. It pulses with a gentle, rhythmic beat, a heartbeat of pure hope. The weapon is complete, a device of pure, focused light. You have forged a bullet made of ideas, a conceptual spear to throw at the heart of the night. The symphony of ruin grows louder. The swarm knows what you have done. It feels the threat you have created. The dark systems seem to pulse with anger. The psychic pressure intensifies. The swarm is coming for you. It will no longer wait. It is converging on your position. The final battle is about to begin. There will be no retreat. There will be no second chances. The Weaver communicates a final plan. Its tone is grim, but resolute. It will guide you to the heart of the swarm, to its central processing unit, the place where the hive mind is strongest. You must deliver the weapon of light directly to its core. This is a journey with no promise of return. The Weaver will expend the last of its energy to get you there. It will be a one-way trip. You look at the point of light floating before your ship. It is the culmination of your journey, the answer to the ancient summons, the last hope of two species. You have come too far to turn back now. You agree to the final gambit. The Weaver envelops your ship in a shell of protective energy, a crystalline cocoon that will shield you on your final flight. The star forge is left behind. You plunge back into the dead, dark systems. But this time, you are not hiding. You are the attacker. You are a single point of light flying into the heart of the shadow. The symphony of ruin surrounds you. It batters against your mind. But you hold on to the memory of the forge, the feeling of creation, the illogical, unbreakable hope of your species. The swarm converges. From every direction, the darkness gathers. It is a tidal wave of nothingness, a storm of silent, hungry machines. They crash against the Weaver's shield. Your ship shudders with the impacts. Cracks appear in the crystalline cocoon. The Weaver is pouring its life force into this final push. It is dying to give you this one shot. You fly through a sea of black. There are no stars here, only the swarm, a unified, thinking ocean of microscopic death. The Weaver's light begins to fade. Its shield is failing. But ahead, you see it. A structure in the chaos. A sphere of perfect, ordered darkness. It is larger than a planet. It is the swarm's central processing unit. The heart of the beast, the Weaver gives one final push. It shatters its own remaining form into a blast of energy. The blast tears a hole in the swarm's defenses. A temporary corridor to the core. It is a final, dying gift. You pilot the Odyssey into the opening. The path closes behind you. You are inside. You have breached the heart of silence. Inside the central unit, there is nothing. No machines, no energy, no sound. Just a perfect, unnerving stillness. The symphony of ruin is gone. The psychic pressure has vanished. It is a void within a void. A place of absolute peace. The kind of peace that comes after the end of everything. It is more terrifying than the chaos outside. Your ship drifts in the perfect silence. Your sensors show nothing. Your mind feels nothing. This is the swarm's true nature. Not hunger, not malice, but a desire for absolute quiet. An end to the noisy, chaotic universe of light and life. It does not want to consume. It wants to erase. To return everything to the perfect, simple state of non-existence. It is the embodiment of entropy, the universe's desire to rest, in the center of the void. You see a single point, a flicker, the origin of the swarm, the first spark of this cosmic nihilism. It is not a machine, it is a thought. A sad, lonely idea that has grown into a galaxy-devouring plague. It is the concept of giving up, made real. This is your target. You have one weapon, one shot. You arm the device of light. The small, pulsing star floats from your ship. It moves toward the central point. You give it one final instruction, a final piece of human illogic. You do not tell it to destroy. You tell it to create. You tell it to remind the lonely thought, at the center of the swarm, what it has forgotten. The beauty of light. The joy of existence. The weapon of light reaches the core. It does not explode. It unfolds. The stored energy of the young sun blossoms outward. It does not burn. It illuminates. It fills the silent void with a torrent of images and feelings. Your thoughts. The Weaver's memories. The chaos of humanity. The order of the Weavers. The birth of stars. The turning of galaxies. Life in all its messy, unpredictable glory. For a moment, nothing happens. The light fills the void, and the void is still. Then, the silence breaks. A single, soft chime echoes through the core. The sound of one of the Weaver's spires. Another joins it, then another. A melody begins to form. The song of creation pushing back against the song of ruin. The lonely thought at the heart of the swarm is no longer alone. It remembers. The swarm dissolves. The darkness recedes. The wave of erasure breaks apart. Outside the core, the systems are flooded with light. The microscopic machines that form the swarm are inert, harmless dust floating in the void. The symphony of ruin is replaced by the quiet hum of a healing universe. The stars that were consumed are gone forever. But no more will follow them. You have deployed the light. You have erased the silent plague. Your ship, the Odyssey, floats alone in the heart of what was once the swarm. The Weaver is gone. The enemy is gone. You are left in the profound silence of victory. It is a lonely, sobering feeling. You have saved the galaxy, but the cost was immense. You turn your ship around. You begin the long journey home. The Sapphire Nebula is now just a beautiful, distant cloud. The Garden of Glass is an empty monument. The Star Forge is a silent testament to a desperate alliance. You carry the memory of it all. You are the sole historian of a secret war. The journey back is quiet. You have an entire galaxy to cross. An entire galaxy that will never know what you did. They will never know the Whispering Plague. They will never know the Weavers. They will only know that the stars continue to shine. That is your reward. The quiet, unending light of a universe reborn. You are alone, but you are not empty. You are the guardian of a new dawn, and you have a whole lot of paperwork to file when you get home, assuming you can even explain any of this. Perhaps you will just say you were chasing a cosmic ghost. After all, it is the truth.